This is Stephanie Gosk. In Pennsylvania today, hundreds, sometimes shoulder to shoulder, demanded an end to the state's stay-at-home order.
It's destroying our country, and people like these people are sick and tired of it.
Jesus is my vaccine, spray painted on the side of one truck.
We can't let us go through the summer. It'll hurt too many people economically.
The state has more than 33,000 cases and 1,200 deaths. Public health officials say reopening the economy too soon could put people's lives in danger. Protests like this one have spread across the country, in some cases organized by anti-government groups, anti-vaxxers, and gun rights activists. An NBC News analysis of Facebook revealed that a family-run network of pro-gun groups is behind 5 of the largest pages dedicated to the protests. Some experts believe these groups are taking advantage of people's fears.
They are, organized networks that are trying to kind of foment this anxiety and spread propaganda about the virus.
But there are also those who show up to the protest to express real concerns about the economy and the toll the shutdown is already taking on their families.
I'm not here to discredit the scientists or our doctors or anybody out there. I just want to make America aware that we're not getting the financial help that we're supposed to get.
Over the weekend in Denver, medical workers came out to stage a counter-protest. An NBC News Wall Street Journal poll found that a majority of Americans still say their biggest fear is the economy opening up too soon. 32% worry it won't be open soon enough, a number that has grown in recent weeks.
Open Oklahoma. Let people go back to work.
Please.
It's time.
And their voices are growing louder. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.